Somewhere in the Venetian lagoon are the glass-making islands of Murano and the lace-making island of Burano. We did our best to head over to Murano from Venice on the Vaporetto as early as possible to beat the heat and the crowds. Just like its more famous neighbor Venice, Murano is a canal city, albeit smaller than Venice, but that only adds to the charm.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Murano.
This morning has thick clouds, so the light is not really working for photography. Right now, I'm opting for the more traditional canal view that you probably already have seen on a lot of travel magazines or on the internet. I'm also looking at details like the wood of this old beaten-up door. The clock tower also caught my attention. Doing a little overexposure, I was able to isolate the clock tower on a near field of white, which is far more interesting than these gray clouds are. Walking down the canal, I also spotted this well-maintained building with some flower boxes. But wait, those flowers are made of glass, and glass is what this island is known for. Murano was originally settled by the Romans. Its most influential residents came in 1291 when Venice ordered the glassmakers to move to Murano along with their furnaces to protect the mostly wooden buildings of Venice. Today, glassmaking is still the primary industry on the island. We are visiting the Mazzega glass factory. Here, you're invited into the actual factory to watch the artisans practice the techniques passed down throughout the centuries. It was almost like magic watching the glassmakers work together to create their works of art. It was as if they could sense where in the creation process one artist was at, and the others just showed up with additional material or to help with a complicated technique. The glass store offers a glimpse into their creations. I personally love the polar bears. While we still had some cover from the grueling September sun, we decided to hike off the tourist trail to see the real Murano. The light still wasn't working for me and compositions weren't popping out, but I still wanted to photograph some of the local scenery. We eventually found the town cemetery, a little creepy but kind of cool. We also passed through areas that had the homes of the residences of this tiny island. And while doing this, we are enjoying the benefit of being here well ahead of the horde of tourists who will be descending on this island very soon. After stopping for a cappuccino, it was time to head to the Vaporetto stop to head over to our next destination, Burano. Burano is the island of lace and color. In the 16th century, women started making lace here. Leonardo da Vinci even purchased a cloth of lace for the Duomo de Milano here in 1481. One of the main draws for tourists are the colors. The brightly colored homes flank the canals and make for good photographic subjects. Even the sunlight passing through the water seems more colorful here. The colors are so important that if the owner of a home wants to paint it, they have to submit a request to the town council. Each building has a small set of approved colors that may be used.
Well, from a photography perspective, Murano, much more interesting. Just wish I could have got here during the golden hour, because right now we're under the harsh light of day, but still, it's very colorful here.
At the heart of Burano is Piazza Baldassare Galuppi. Not only will you find the famously colored buildings, but also a variety of places to eat as you approach the piazza. Today, it's a margherita pizza with prosciutto. With the crowds now in full force and the heat of the sun at its most intense, we're ready to head back to Venice and cool off at the Airbnb. Since I can't take any more photos without people in them due to the crowds, I snap a couple of colorful textures to sell as stock photography. Next week, I'll be sharing with you the stock photography sales for November, and then on New Year's Eve, the adventure will continue in Venice, my favorite urban environment for photography.